I'm your host, Dr. Robin Henderson, and this is Talk to Be Well. I'm the Chief Executive of Behavioral Health for Providence here in Oregon. And here with me today are Grant, Bobby, and Connor. We have a special Talk to Be Well episode today. All three of my guests are home from college quite unexpectedly. We're going to talk about how they're staying mentally well during the quarantine and what they think about life after this when this is over. As a reminder, the information provided during this event is for educational purposes only. It is not intended, nor is it implied to be a substitute for professional medical advice. So let's get started. Connor, why don't you kick us off? Tell us a little bit about yourself and tell us how you're coping mentally during this quarantine.
First, I'd like to thank you, Dr. Henderson, for letting me be on the show on this fine Wednesday morning. Hey guys, my name is Connor White. I am a double major at OSU, Finance and Philosophy, and I'm coping pretty decently with this quarantine and isolation that we have nowadays. It's not the best, and I know everyone would rather it not be happening right now, but guys, we need to know that we need to stay home. We need to quarantine for the health and safety of everyone around us. One way to stay mentally well right now is read and definitely get out of the house. That's my biggest tip. It's You're still allowed to get out of the house, you just shouldn't be gathering with people in public.
Awesome. Grant, tell us a little bit about yourself and how are you doing mentally?
Dr. Henderson, I'm doing all right. I'm Grant. I'm a freshman from Gonzaga, and I'm also a double major, but in political and environmental sciences. And I've been doing okay. I feel like the best thing I've done for myself to stay sane in this time is to make a schedule for myself and kind of have scheduled times every day for the things I need to do, like my homework, chores, getting stuff done around the house, helping my parents, all that kind of stuff. So a schedule has really helped me get through this.
Awesome. Hey, Bobby, how about you?
I'm doing all right. I'm Bobby. I'm majoring in business psychology, and one way I stay mentally healthy during this quarantine is a Wim Hof method, a breathing method that allows you to really take the time to think about everything that's going on, and allows you to relax, and it changes your body chemistry, and it honestly overall improves your health.
So would you be comfortable showing our viewers how that works?
I would, but it takes about 30 minutes.
All right, fair enough. Thank you. So, nearly half the people in the United States feel the coronavirus is harming their mental health. And since you've been home, I know you've shared a little bit about how you're taking care of your mental health, but I assume that you all are connecting with your friends. What are your friends doing to take care of their mental health?
Well, I can't speak for everyone, but from what I know is I spend a lot of time right now with my friends on Discord, which is an app like Skype, you could say, or Zoom that we use for classes. And we spend a few hours usually each day on there playing video games together, just connecting because we as humans are social animals and we thrive with social attention. We thrive with our friends. So staying connected online can definitely help curb the loneliness that quarantine brings for you.
How about others?
Well, same friends here, basically the exact same thing. I've seen a few people walking around a lot more. I know I take the time to go on overly long walks, but really just exercise is another great way to keep your mental brain going, keep that shit active.
Uh, you know, I want to piggyback. I want to piggyback off something Bobby said. And it has to connect with the whole bigger picture of quarantine. Um, I think one good thing that actually has come out of quarantine is I've seen this like societal shift almost in people's priorities and their prerogatives. Like I take drives a lot of time because I feel at home behind the wheel. If I didn't go to college, I'd race cars for a living. And when I'm out driving around, I've seen this shift, this change. You can't go anywhere in Westland without seeing loads of people outside walking, exercising, taking their dogs on a walk, jogging, hiking, anything you could think of. And it's it's actually nice to see. It's nice to see. It's nice to see this societal shift to putting more emphasis on getting out, exercising, remaining fit, rather than being at home and stuff like that.
And to kind of piggyback on that, I think it's made a lot of people a lot more grateful for the time that we have and we're allowed to be with other people, because I don't think anybody was really grateful for it because we could just, I mean, we all could just leave our houses whenever we wanted to and just go to the store and buy groceries or do just random things that we wanted or needed to. So I think being like needing to stay home and staying inside for most of the day has given people a different perspective on what they're like, being grateful for the things that they're allowed to do on a day-to-day basis.
That's really good. That's really good advice, because right now we're working hard to flatten the curve of the physical virus, and when we're working now to flatten what many people call the second curve, which is the mental health effects of people like losing their jobs, their insurance, and the social isolation, and even the prevalence of substance use disorders. Um, what are you thinking about as college students who are going to inherit this post-COVID world, about jobs and all of those other types of things? What are you thinking about?
Well, first of all, the unemployment has risen, I don't know, it's what, 12 million or so now? Huge spike, bigger than 2008, I believe. And that's gonna, that's really gonna be one of the longer lasting impacts of COVID, I believe. Well after the virus itself has been, the curve's been flattened and people were losing cases and stuff like that.